am coming out of the proverbial life coaching closet. On the one hand, I've been following life coaches for years. Like I had a mission to be a life coach. But on the other hand, I thought it incredibly arrogant to think that someone could tell someone else how to live. Consciously, I understand that coaches have a perspective on another person's life and methods and systems within their work that helps other people and transforms them. But the idea of me as a life coach, besides, I'm a performance coach. I teach music and dance. I couldn't see transitioning from that to a life coaching situation, nor would I want to. I love my students and I love my studio. But then I became a life coach. Hi, my name is Tiffany Lee, and welcome to Think Big. Today on Think Big, I'm talking about life coaching. What is it? It's like a buzzword. And I myself have been following life coaches for years before becoming one myself. The transformations that people would have in life coaching is outrageous. It happens in quick periods of time versus therapy that takes longer periods of time to change. But life coaching is also so varied in its approach. Each life coach that I have followed since taking an interest in life coaching has vastly different approaches to engendering transformation in their clients. Now, for me, I started to feel the weight of being a coach and my students. I felt a responsibility beyond teaching music and dance to my students because in my long career in the performing arts, I've seen how many pitfalls an artist can fall into in their career. Because our career as an artist is so much more than the music we play or the choreography that we dance or the films that we make or the books that we write. It is an entrepreneurial journey at its heart that requires creativity and business. I've seen so many pitfalls culturally that artists fall into: fear and doubt and trying to do art on the side, or falling into addiction behaviors where they let drugs and alcohol take them off track. There's so many pitfalls when it comes to performing arts, and yet there is so much opportunity today, now more than ever, to be an artist or a coach of artists or an entrepreneur. I started to get the sense that in teaching someone a possible trade that they may take on beyond a hobby, that I am in a way a life coach. And so for that reason, I went and pursued this path that I've been deeply interested in for years. And I found out some important distinctions about life coaching. I'm going to share with you 3 today. I love telling people what to do. I love bossing people around. I am great at it in my very personal opinion. But it turns out that life coaching has very little to do about telling people what to do. There are several misconceptions about life coaching that I'm going to clear up right now. Number 1, I don't tell people what to do as a life coach. In fact, the client is in charge at all times. It is the client's future self that leads the student towards their destiny and their future that they embrace when they take a chance and a risk to take on a coach. Life coaching is about leading people to tell themselves what to do and finding the answers within themselves. It is the future self that leads us into our future, and following that person, us, and who we imagine ourselves to be, is the leader within a life coaching relationship. The important job of the life coach is to stand in the gap between the client and their future self. The life coach is a believer, the support system for the client that can believe above what the client can believe in the moment. Belief has everything to do with what we can accomplish in life. And until we can believe that we can do something, we cannot do it. So it is helpful to have someone's hand to hold when you're trying to make big things happen and everything in your life reflects back what you can't do, how you are not what you believe yourself to be. A life coach can step in and be the support system that reflects back to you that you are capable of doing what you want to do. One common notion that everyone seems to have about life coaching is that it's like therapy. And I get it. It's two people sitting together, either on a phone call or in a room. And so it resembles a therapeutic session in its relationship between a professional and the client. There's certainly a transformation that happens, but life coaching is not therapy. Therapy digs down deep and looks into the past to remove traumas that have happened and help lift them up. And life coaching is very much a forward facing action. And when I learned this in my certification process as a life coach, this really freed me to help engender transformation in my clients. Now, there's all sorts of life coaches, and they can look spiritual in nature. I've seen life coaches that connect style and home. I know life coaches who deal in family and parenting, in body, in food. So there's all sorts of elements that a life coach brings. It's almost like their personality that they bring to their coaching. And for me, I believe that I bring a deep reservoir of belief because I have lived my life and my career so atypically to the vast majority of people around me that I have allowed myself to live and dream very big dreams. This allows me a faith that I can extend to my clients that is unparalleled. And the second characteristic of a life coach is that they are the sounding board for their clients, almost like a mirror. The person who is interested in transforming some area of their life or all the areas of their life simultaneously needs to be able to try on these ideas in a safe environment. And in conversation with your coach, that is how you do it. With a coach that reflects back a belief in your ability to do so, you can try on different aspects of what you are imagining your future to be. You also get the ability to practice saying the words of your future self and living within your dream and what that feels like. So when you take that out into your life with other people and conversing, you begin to bring this person into reality through your very words. A myth about life coaches is that they're gurus or they think themselves better than other people. Life coaching is not about telling people what to do. I will reiterate it again. Life coaching is about standing in the gap to allow you to stretch out as you want to. And that brings me to the third characteristic of a life coach, and that is as an accountability partner for their client. Similar to believing in someone, accountability remembers what the client wants, how they want to do it. They remember for the client all the details that the client can't remember, that you can't remember in your head at the time. It's about accountability. A life coach has very specific tools for keeping you accountable in your transformation so that you don't give up, so that you don't quit, so that you don't get distracted, so that you keep your focus as you're going. It can be through workbooks, incorporating changes into your calendar one by one. It can be as simple as, what are you going to do daily to make the change? Now, you can act as your own life coach with an intention of believing in yourself beyond what is normal, a ridiculous belief in yourself. You can stand in the gap between where you are now and where you want to be when you focus on the wins with the intention of success. You can find ways to mirror back your dream in your everyday environment so that you look and see your dream wherever you are in your life, with vision boards, with affirmations on your mirror, with habits that you incorporate into your daily life that bring that feeling that you're trying to create into your life. You can also make yourself accountable with your calendar, writing it in and committing with integrity to following through on what means the most to you. Is it hard? Yes, it absolutely is. And that's why life coaching has had such a boom in these last years, is because it is hard to transform. But transformation is possible. And I believe as human beings, we are driven to constantly expand and get better and transform continually. When we start to feel comfortable in a place of change, perpetual change, life can be exciting and we can become more than we ever dreamed possible. So, how can I help you in your journey? Are you looking for transformation? If you would like some tools, I'd love you to check out my website at tiffanylee.com with one F. I've got a habit tracker there that you can snag for free when you sign up for my weekly newsletter of inspiration. I've got a planner there and workbook that will help you. I've got the Success Blueprint course that is a simple and easy way to go through this process at your pace. But let me know. Talk to me. I'm here. I listen and I respond back. I want to know, how can I serve you? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Think Big.